The Jackery 1500 is out, and I have a model. I've been testing it for over a month, and it's done really well. Now, I'll just mention that when Jackery sends me one of these things, they sent a spreadsheet which had a long list of testing that had to be done. And it took quite a while to do all that testing, you know, load testing, stress testing, various scenarios that everyday users would use and some that are not so common. They wanted me to stress test it, and I stress tested it okay, and it did pretty good. Here's my Toro electric snowblower. Yeah, electric snowblower. It draws 15 amps at 120 volts. It's like a vacuum cleaner for snow. Now, how on earth am I going to power this when I'm out camping? Let's see if this Jackery's got some muscle or not. Jackery's down to 93%, so I use 7% to do that. I could probably do my driveway with this. I had a few questions for Jackery, and they were able to answer those questions, usually within 24 to 48 hours via email. And they were, which is really good. You know, a lot of these companies, they just provide no support. And while this is a sponsored presentation here, I'm happy to say that they did respond, and I'm really happy to say that they sent this spreadsheet about what they wanted tested. Other companies apparently have no idea of what they're doing. Anybody with a soldering iron can slap together a battery pack. But these guys, the company was founded by somebody who is an Apple battery engineer. So they have some credentials and engineering skills. I camp in a teardrop trailer, and you know, size is always a concern, and certainly I can fit this in no problem. But just for comparison, you may have a Jackery unit and you want to compare it to some of the other units. This is the 1500. Now this is the 1000, and here is the 500. And this is a 300. So we have the whole family here. It's surrounded in these things. As a user, I really prefer a 2-unit system. That is, I like nonstop power day and night. And I find that for me, a 2-unit system works really well. When I've got one out in the sun recharging or, you know, doing something, I've got the other one ready to go. It's a whole different ball game when you're camped in one spot and you are staying there for a week. That's an entirely different scenario from getting in your car and driving to a different spot. If you're a Vanlifer or, you know, RV enthusiast and you stay at one spot, you have to contend with charging conditions at that spot, which to me usually means solar, as opposed to getting in your car and just plugging it into a 12-volt cigarette lighter option and powering it while you drive around. Totally different scenarios, and I can do both. And I'm happy to report that for a unit of this size, you know, recharging is certainly a consideration. So you got to get a lot of watts in here to make this thing run, you know. And Jackery addressed that. They addressed it, and there'll be details about that coming out. And I think their solution is pretty good. So more soon. Later in the month or early next month, I'll have a detailed review of this.